Hi guys, today we're going to continue working on how to write a personal story. Yesterday, if you remembered, we drew the beginning, middle, and end. Well, today we're going to look at how to write the beginning, middle, and end to a story. So number 2 is going to be to write the beginning. And I'm going to put the letter B there, just so you guys know it's the letter B. In order to write the beginning, I want you to look at the sentence starter page. And that looks like it's a list. It's a list, and it says sentence starter, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has I go, I can, I see, and I like. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take out your writing resources and you're going to look through and you're going to pick your sentence starter. I go, I like, I can, I see. Then I want you to go back to your places page and I want you to pick one of those. Sentence starter and places page. Sorry. So now I want you to flip the page in your packet and I want you to go to your writing piece, which should say day 6, but we're really working on it in day 6, 7, and potentially 8, depending on how far you get today. So my beginning, when I look at my picture and I think about my sentence starter, I am going to write the sentence, I go to. But instead of I, since there's more than one, I'm going to switch it to we. We go to. So I'm going to look over at my word wall and I'm going to look under the W for the word we. We. So my beginning is we go to. Now remember, I'm then going to go back to my writing piece and I'm going to pick the place that I went to. And if you remember, I said I drew a picture of a boardwalk. So I'm going to copy that word nice and neat on my paper. Boardwalk. We go to boardwalk. Now, does that make sense? We go to boardwalk. It should say we go to the boardwalk. So Miss O'Hara is going to correct her mistake and write the boardwalk, just because I don't have an eraser. We go to the boardwalk. Now I'm going to look in my middle and I'm going to think about what did I do in my middle. So if we go back to our anchor chart, sorry. I'm going to go back to my anchor chart, and my number 3 will be, I'm going to use green. 3 will be to, whoops, sorry, the easel's on the, it's off the paper. There we go. Move that. Is that a little bit better? There. Number 3 will be right the middle. Sorry, middle. And the middle of the story, the M, right? The M of the story is going to be what were you doing? Your action. What are you doing? Are you playing? Are you eating? Are you getting something? Are you, let's see, looking at something? So let's look at Miss O'Hara's middle to her story. So my first says we go to the boardwalk. In the middle, it looks like we went for a walk. So that will be my sentence. We, because we's already up there. Now, went is a sight word. Went. Right? Now, if it's a sight word, and I know it's a sight word, but I don't know how to spell it, I'm going to look in my word wall. Again. So I wrote the beginning sound, and I'm going to look, and I wrote went. We went for. For is another sight word. For. We went for a walk. Well, I'm going to look on here. Walk. Nope, it's not a sight word, so I'm going to have to sound it out. Walk. Now, for those parents that are helping you, just so you're aware, we are working on sounding it out. So even though it might not be spelled the way we spell it as adults, I want them to try and sound it out the best they can. We went for a walk. Now the end to our story, believe it or not, is how we feel. So the end, so when we write our end, we're going to write the end. And the end is our feelings. And I'm going to go over some feeling words with you, okay? Some feeling words, okay? So, were you happy? Were you sad? Were you surprised? Whoops, let me make that a sad face. Were you mad? Right? How are you feeling in your story? So now let's look at my story. And my end looks like I see happy faces. Let me move it up for you so you can see again. And I'll even zoom in a little bit. If you zoom in, you can see that we are happy, right? So it says, we go to the boardwalk. We went for a walk. We are is a sight word. We are happy. Once again, happy, Miss O'Hara is sounding out. What I want you guys to do now is I want you guys to try your best. I know this is your first time writing it, and I want you to take your time, but I do want you to try your best. I want you to write a good beginning, middle, and end to your story. Remember all the strategies Miss O'Hara taught you. And I'm going to go back to my anchor chart, and I want you guys to look at the anchor chart and remember it. And remember, you can always hit pause when you want to remember or recall something I am teaching you. All right, have fun with this.